Hey awesome people, in this video I want to talk about 8 different phrases that you should absolutely not say under any circumstances during that interview. If this is your first time watching, hey, my name's Sav and I make actionable content every week about career advice, job searching tips, so consider subscribing if you want to be career savvy. Can I also say, I'm so happy. I've just hit 100 subscribers. Like, honestly, it blows my mind that I've hit 100 subscribers. Thank you for family, friends that have supported me, the randomers that have just come across my content on TikTok and have subscribed to me. Thank you so much. Like, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you. So honestly, thank you. You can also find me on TikTok and on Instagram. I'll leave all the links down below in the description, and you can also check out my website. I provide services, maybe career advice, consultation, one-on-one, CV tips. I can also review CVs and help you with cover letters if you're applying to apprenticeships, and I can also help you there. Being a recruiter from a range of different industries, I've actually got experience from both sides of the coin. So that's interviewing candidates and then relaying that feedback to hiring managers, or receiving feedback from hiring managers who have just been interviewing candidates. I made this video so you can avoid saying these 8 phrases and put yourself miles ahead of the competition. Make sure you watch to the end because each point is just as important as the last. So without further ado, let's go into phrase number 1. Okay, the first phrase, don't say you haven't tried it or used it. If you're applying at a company that offers a product or a service, never under any circumstances that you admit that you've never used the product or you've never tried the product. Like, honestly, that would be the worst. It's honestly the bare basics that they expect you to do. So if you're applying to a tech company, say Snapchat, and it's obviously a free app, then obviously explain that you've used that product and you're familiar with that product. If you haven't got access to the product, then what you can do is go online, read reviews, and do your research from there. Honestly, a great talking point if you can explain the product and how you feel about it and actually offer them some words of advice for improving that product, you could actually go a long way doing this. So I used to work at Revolut, and when I got approached to work at Revolut before my first interview, I made sure that I knew that banking app inside out. Imagine you're interviewing someone and you ask them, oh, so what do you think of our product? And they're like, you know what, I've actually not used the product. What do you do again? I don't even know how I'd actually respond to that. It's actually insane. Like, if you said that to me, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Like, understanding the product and that service will literally show your commitment to that company. Okay, number 2, don't ask them to explain what the company does. Or say, I've applied to many jobs via LinkedIn, so if you can give me a refresher course on this, that would be great. You'll receive another job rejection email after that interview if you ask this. It's honestly the worst thing you can do. Like, this is your one shot to impress them, and you don't even know what the company does that you're applying to. Like, make it make sense. Don't ask them, oh, what does your company do again, during that interview. As a recruiter, I see hundreds of CVs per week, so if you haven't tailored your CV and it's really generic, then honestly, if you apply to a job and I'm managing that job, it's instantly going in the discard pile. Literally trash. You need to know what a company does before you interview with them. Honestly, this is just the bare minimum. This is literally basic advice that could take you so far. Honestly, before that interview, go on their website, read about their mission statement, their company values. If you really want to impress them, then do your research on their competitors. What job sectors do they work in? Do they operate internationally? If you can demonstrate to the hiring manager that you know this company inside out, back to front, like the back of your hand, and they're thinking, oh, should we hire person A that knows that company inside out, or person B that had to ask us, oh, what do you do again? Literally no brainer. Okay, but if you really don't know what the company does because it was a last minute interview, or you applied to that job and they wanted to interview you that same day, then what you could say is, hey, I had a look at your website briefly and your LinkedIn page, but I would love to get more of an understanding from your perspective. Okay, number 3, during the end of the interview, they will ask you 99% of the time, do you have any questions? And this is where you reply with, yes, I have a few questions. You don't want to say, no, I don't have any questions, and just end the interview there. Saying no, I don't have any questions at the end of an interview is honestly one of the biggest red flags that I believe. This is your last impression you're giving to the hiring manager that you spend 30 minutes, an hour speaking to, and they ask you if you have any questions and you just say no and you want to end it there. No, ask some questions. I will make a video on questions that you should be asking at the end of the interview, but if you want some advice now, then head over to my Instagram. I did make a post about smart questions you can ask at the end of an interview. So yeah, feel free to check them out and write them down. Make sure you have maybe, I'd say 5-10 questions, just jot them down. All right, number 4, don't mention salary unless they bring it up. Honestly, when it's really early on in the interview and I'm not even qualified them on the basics and they just ask me about salary, it really just makes me think, like, are they here just for the money, or are they here because they really want to join this company's mission and values? And what is crazy, the longer you wait to actually talk about that salary, it actually gives you more leverage to actually negotiate it. I will make a video about handling global offers, so please, yeah, hit that subscribe button. Obviously, you want to know what salary band this position may be in, or what salaries you could get when you're actually interviewing at this company. I would recommend going on Prospects or Glassdoor and researching what companies pay with a similar job title to the position you're applying to. What I always do anyway, if salary does come up, usually I'm not the one that preempts that question. I always wait for them to ask me, but I always respond by asking them, okay, well, do you have a budget? And I can let you know if it's aligned to my expectations, or I would just simply give them a range. Okay, tip number 5, and if you're Roman, tip number 5, you don't want to say that you need this job. You don't want to come across like you're begging for this opportunity. You need to come across like how you can add value and how it's aligned to their expectations. Bring passion. Don't say I really need this job because I need to pay off my student debt. You can say, I would love to work for this company because I've really enjoyed how smooth the interview process is. I really enjoyed meeting all the team members during the interview process, and I honestly can't believe how this company is actually making the world a better place. Tip number 6. Don't talk bad about previous employers or bosses. Complaining how you didn't get along in your previous workplace is actually detrimental on 2 levels. Firstly, it shows lack of ability to actually cope to challenging situations. And secondly, the last thing an employer wants is for you to talk trash about their company or their employers in the future. Of course, it's important to talk about challenging situations, but you don't want to complain about it, you want to just critically evaluate it. Tip number 7 is literally saying, I'm good at everything. This gives the hiring manager no indication of what you're actually good at and what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. Being generic makes it actually harder for them to decide what team to actually put you in, so you don't want to be generic. Don't say, I'm good at everything. It also shows that you have no self-awareness and you don't know what areas you can actually improve on. If you're struggling to actually answer that interview question, what is your biggest weakness? I actually made a video previously, so I'll leave a link somewhere on the screen. Go check that out, really informative, and I've actually provided 3 really good examples that you could use. My last tip is don't answer by saying, oh, it's on my resume, oh, it's on my CV. You should always try to answer your questions a bit different to what's on your CV and provide them with additional information. If you found this video useful, then smash that like button, it really helps out the channel. Honestly, let YouTube know, boost that algorithm. It'd be insane if we can maybe hit 30 likes on this video. I'm sure, can we make that happen? Yeah, I'm curious to understand if there's anything that I've missed. Please let me know in the comment section below. I do read all the comments and interact with the comments, so yeah, feel free, and drop me a message on Instagram if you want. If you need any advice or help, I'm always receptive over there. Yeah, 100k, 100 subscribers, awesome, man. Thank you so much. Thanks again for watching, and peace. See you on the next one. Yeah, it'll be alright. What do you guys think of my floating light bulb as well, by the way? It's good, it's cool. Nah, you guys don't get it. Alright, cool, thanks. Literally just shot this, yeah, and I've not actually checked how I look. Oh, this might be off. But we move. It's the demon spray, apparently.